Gossip Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. So it's Thursday, guys. I'm on my own. If it is your first time here at Gossip Talk Shows, we help our audience find their own voice, lead from within. And it could be finding your own voice in every area of your life, lifestyle, um, in every area of your life. So the topic today is the love she most desires, how to understand her heart, nurture her needs, and build lasting love. Love is more than affection, attraction, or simply saying, I love you. Lasting love is built when two people learn how to understand one another deeply. Communications with honest respect each other, individual and respond to each other's emotional needs and care. So for many women, feeling love is closely connected to feeling seen, heard, valued, respect, emotionally served, and genuinely understood. Yet every woman is different. There is no single formula that defines what every woman needs. Healthy love begins with curiosity, learning who she is, what matters to her, how she experiences love, what makes her feel secure, and what helps her flourish. So, understanding her heart does not mean trying to control her or emotions or become responsible for her happiness. It means creating a relationship in which both partners can express themselves and honestly grow together, repair, heart, collaborate, celebrate each other, and remain connected without losing themselves. So, nurturing her needs also requires re- reciprocity. A strong relationship partners deserve companionship, compassion, deserve respect, trust, affection, freedom, honesty, emotional, and support. So the deepest form of love is intentional. It listens, it learns, it apologizes, it protects dignity, it keeps growing. So, in these steps today, we are going to explore practical ways to understand her heart, nurture emotional connection, and build a lasting love rooted in trust, friendship, respect, maturity, commitment, and natural commitment. So, step number one, learn who she really is. Sometimes we get involved with our spouse, but we don't give us time to understand who this person is. Do not assume you understand her simply because you love her. Take time to discover her values. Take times to discover her hopes. Take time to discover her fears. Take time to discover her interests, her beliefs. Take time to discover her dreams, her personality, a life experience. Ask thoughtful questions and remain curious even after years together. People continue changing throughout life. Loving someone means continuing to discover who they are becoming. Number two, listen to understand, not just to respond. When she speaks about something important, resist the temptation to immediately offer solution. Sometimes a woman does not need a solution. Sometimes they need somebody who just listens to her. So listen carefully to what she is communicating emotionally as well as verbally. Sometimes the most loving response is, I understand why that matters to you. Feeling hard can create a powerful sense of connection. Ask number three, ask what makes her feel loved. Different people experience love different. A woman may value affectionate words. Another may feel deeply loved through quality time, practical support, physically affection, encouraging a thoughtful actions. Instead of guessing, ask, what helps you feel most loved? Me, I'm your king and I want to save you. Then pay attention to her answers. Number 4, create emotional safety. Emotional safety means she can express her thoughts, her feelings, without expecting ridicule, intimidation, humiliation, manipulation, or punishment. You may disagree with what she says, but you can still respect her right to express herself. When people feel emotionally safe, honest becomes easier. Respect her voice. Here at Ngozi Talk Shows, guys, we help our audience find their voice. So respect your woman's voice. Encourage her to express emotions, preference, concerns, ambitions, and boundaries. You do not have to agree with everything. A mature relationship allows two people completely individually to love each other without a person dominating the other. Number 6, be consistent. Grand romantic gestures can be very careful, but lasting love is usually built through smaller repeated actions. Keeping promises, checking in, showing affection, being dependable, and following through a commitment communication. Consistently tells someone, you can trust what I say because my actions support it. So it's really, really important. And make sure God is the center. Everything you do, guys, make sure God is the center of your relationship. Communicate honestly. Healthy relationship, that's number 7. Healthy relationship cannot thrive on secrecy, avoidance, or constantly guessing. To talk openly about expectations, concerns, finances, intimacy, future plans, responsibilities, and kindness. Truth without compassion can wound a relationship. Unnecessary. Why? Compassion without honest can create confusion. Number 8, validate her feelings. Validate does not mean, guys, the woman, if the woman is really confident, it does not mean that they don't need you to validate her feelings. You can tell her how you feel. Validate her feelings, check in with her, and it means recognizing her feelings are real. For example, I can understand why you felt disappointed. This is very different from saying you shouldn't feel that way. People often become calmer when they feel understood. Um, Number 9, express appreciation regularly. Appreciate her. Do not allow familiarity to make appreciation disappear. Notice what she contributes to your relationship. Family, work, friendship, and shared life. Tell her specifically what you appreciate about her. Instead of simply saying, you are amazing, say, I appreciate how thoughtful you supported me today. Specific appreciation feels genuine. Respect her boundaries. Number 10, love does not eliminate personal boundaries. Respect her need for privacy, friendship, personal time, physical autonomy, emotional space, and individual interest. Healthy boundaries do not work in intimacy. They often strengthen it because both people know their dignity will be respected. Number 11, share your own vulnerability. Emotionally intimacy cannot be one sided. Allow her to know what you feel, hope for, what are your struggles, and care about deeply. Vulnerability does not mean placing every emotional responsibility on your partner. It means allowing yourself to be genuinely known. Number 12, become her friend as well as her partner. Romance is very, very important. But friendship often carries a relationship through difficult seasons. Laugh together with your spouse. Talk about ordinary things. Explore, share interest. Enjoy each other's company without every moment needing to be dramatic or romantic. Strong friendship create emotional resilience. When you meet someone, guys, that person becomes your best friend. If that person cannot be your best friend, you cannot confide in them. So what's the point of being in a relationship with that person? So number 13, give her your attention. Presence becoming increasingly rare. But destructive aside sometimes, and give her your full attention. Make eye contact when you talk to your spouse, your woman. Listen without repeatedly checking your phone. Attention communicates. You matter enough for me to be here with you. Be in the present moment. Ask questions. Number 14, ask questions instead of making assumptions. Never assume when you are in a relationship with anyone. Do not assume you know why she's upset. Quiet, tired, or distant. Ask respectfully, what are you feeling right now? Is there something you need from me? What would feel supportive? Curiosity prevents many unnecessary misunderstandings. When two people fall in love, guys, sometimes they get to know each other, and people assume that I know my husband. They assume that I know my wife. So therefore, I don't need to get to know this person. I don't need to do anything because they are assumptions. Guys, I have noticed with myself, I've started this cleansing journey almost a year ago. No, 2 years, 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. Can't remember. I think 2 years ago, because I'm finishing my 1,000 days soon. And through this journey, I have noticed with myself something that I have never noticed. I'm growing. I'm not remaining in one place. I'm growing. Each and every single day, I can see the growth in my life. I can see the improvement with my character, with my attitude, with my want, with my desires. So if you are dating a woman, check in with her. Never, ever, ever assume that, you know what, I know her, because you don't. Never, ever assume and say, I know him. You don't. The reason why I'm saying you don't, guys, whether you know someone, whether you love someone, you don't know what they're thinking. You don't. Unless you are God. You can go to their minds, their thought, and see what they're thinking. But if you're not a God, you don't know what I'm thinking. So don't assume that, oh, I know my wife. Just get to know her each and every day. Learn how your partner, your spouse handle stress. People respond differently to pressure. Some want conversation immediately. Others need time alone before talking. Some appreciate practical help. Others primarily needs assurance. Like myself, when I'm under pressure, I don't want to talk. The only person I need at that moment is God. When I'm under pressure, I want out of the crowd. I just want God to say, God, I want him to enter to help me immediately because I don't want to remain under pressure. A human being will not help me when I'm under pressure. Because when I'm under pressure, it means I need to sort something out. So when I need to sort that something out, I need a solution. So God is the one that I need at that moment to enter and reveal to me what I need to do in order for me to get out of that pressure. So I just want out. No baby, out. Just want to think and I want God. So I don't know what other women do, how they react to their stress. So get to know your spouse. Never ever assume that, oh, she's grumpy or this. Supporting someone, guys, when someone knows that I'm being supported, it changes everything. When someone knows that they're being supported, understand her stress response, it allows you to offer support without overwhelming her. Support her dreams. Ask the life she hopes to create. Remember, a man is an architect. A man is a teacher. You are also a protector. You protect your family. You teach your family, your children, family values. You teach your family values. They have to live by the principles of life. And you are an architect. She is a mentor. So that means that she has dreams too. Make it, help her, support her with her dreams. Encourage her education, encourage her career, creativity, personal growth, spiritual life, entrepreneurship, hobbies, other meaningful ambitions. Love should not require someone to shrink their potential. A healthy partner wants the person they love to flourish. I hear sometimes people say, I need to put my life on hold to have a family. You don't need to put your life on hold to 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 have a career. I've got kids. I went to university, having to work on my business, having to work on my children, having to look after my children, and having to study. Is just creating a space, a very supportive space, so that everybody can do so that she can grow, not to shrink because she's now become a housewife or she's creating a family. She can create both, depending. That's why I love God, guys, because with God there is no pressure. With God, if I sit down and plan and say, okay, I wanna I did I did a diploma within how many weeks? I did a course that maybe take for 2 years or a year within 8 weeks. Why? Because I dedicated my life. I wasn't going out. I just every week I was submitting my work. That was last year. Yeah, it was last year. I did it. It was hard. I have to wait. If I have to do something like that, I have to wait for another 2 years. I have to wait for another 2 years. Other than that, it was amazing, but the pressure it was on, and but you can do it as long as you have support system. All you need is support system. I had support system, my friends, and everyone was on my like was supporting me, and I had accountability partners as well. So that's all you need, and just to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing, and you can do it. So you don't need to shrink and say, okay, I'm going to put my career on hold. You can do both, depending on what you want to do, depending what kind of support you have in your what kind of friends you have. That's why, guys, it's really, really important to have a good support system. Your foundation, the friends that you have are the critical component of how your tomorrow is going to look like. Your family is really, really, really important to, which is good to support others, expect nothing in return. They might support you back, who knows? But it's really, really important to study to when you want to, when you truly, truly want to, if you want to have a life, you can actually study and have your family when you're actually I studied when both my daughters when my other daughter, my oldest daughter was born, I went back to college, and I think she was few months. I went back to college. I studied, got qualifications that I needed to go to uni. Um, when she was finished, um, when I was finished, then I went to uni. And when this one was born, I was still studying because I was studying part time at uni. I finished my studies, and last year I took a course that takes 2 years. I'm not saying guys have got to do it. It take 2 years or 1 year. So I wanted to do it in few weeks, in few weeks. And meaning every week I have to submit the assignment. And I did it every Thursday. I had to submit. It was hard. It was tough. It was hard. Every Thursday, I had to submit an assignment for 8 weeks, and I finished. So it depends, but I had to support the system. When I got stuck, I had friends that I could call. I had a good tutor, and he wasn't hard with the marking as well, because some tutors are so hard. I think I got 100% on all my assignments. Some tutors are really, really hard. Sometimes they would just tell you that this is not good enough, but my tutor was really, really good, very supportive as well. And my support system, my friends were really, really good. I'll write my assignment, I'll send it to my friends for proofreading before I send it off. And that's why I got good marks. I'll send it off, I'll do the proofreading, and then I'll ask my friends to do proofreading as well. They come back with the other things. They say, change this, change that. And yeah, so it's just having that good support system and having a good somebody, a good spouse. That's why, guys, when you get together with someone, you don't relax and say, okay, I know this person. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. You got to support. You got to know your woman. Today we're talking about women. You got to know your spouse. What makes them the person that makes them who they are. Because when you assume, that's when things go wrong. I've had people saying, oh, my wife can be stupid sometimes. And I'm thinking, why do you call a human being stupid? Yeah. They're like, yeah, my wife, she can be stupid sometimes. So I'm thinking, okay. So protect her mutual trust. Trust grows slowly and can be damaged quickly. Be truthful. Keep appropriate commitment. Avoid deception behavior. Be transparent about important matters. If trust has been damaged, understand um, how to rebuild that trust again. Understand the power of rebuilding that trust, how you can win her heart again, and just be honest. And when you're honest, it helps when you understand the accountability that comes with it, the consistent behavior that comes with it. Number 18, handle conflict without cruelty. Disagreement are normally, guys. Contempt is destructive. When you disagree with someone, guys, for me, there's one thing that I don't like. I don't like someone who is disrespectful, and I don't like someone who does not like to listen, who makes me think that I'm not worthy when we are when during the conflict. Conflict, it makes a relationship stronger. Because when you disagree with someone, that's when you find out someone is true colors, who they are, what makes them the way they are, by they actually express how they feel. So when you are during the conflict, see things as they are and focus on that problem. Don't bring what happened yesterday. Don't bring what happened 2 years ago. Oh, I know you. I do this. There were times where I did something for myself, like in my life. I'm gonna put myself as an example. I did something for myself, like my life. Okay, let me check. This person is calling me. Kayla, 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 Kayla. Can you open the door? I think someone needs to come in. Open the door. I think there's someone by the door. Go open the door. Yeah? Yeah, open the front door. Press the buzzer, open the thing. Kayla, go to the kitchen and Lucy wants the rubbish bins. Go and take them to her.
I did.
Oh, did?
It was Coco.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Someone was calling me. I think they want the door open, the front door open. And some people don't take the keys. They leave the keys behind. I'm sorry for that. So I did something. Okay, there was something that I needed. There was something that I actually needed. I needed to take my life to the next level. And now I had to be honest with myself who I was. And so I had to travel to see my pastor, my GO. And when I traveled and saw my pastor, I just needed to handle my becoming, because I felt that it was too big for me to carry. And the person that I was, I just needed someone to say, I can do it. I just needed that someone to say, it's okay, you can do it. So I arrived in Dublin. When I arrived in Dublin, I actually found out that I was not allowed to get into the room for the training. It was for the anointed pastors only. So my pastor went in because Dr. Olukoya is the one who was running the event. And with his pastors, he has pastors around the world. So I just went to the other room. So we were going to have anointing service that night at night. So I went and sat somewhere. And then God said to my pastor, go get her. I need her in this room. So she went. She came back for me and said, I know I've been asked to come and get you. So I went to the room. And when Dr. Olukoya was teaching, I came out, I was at ease because there was fear in me that this is my character. This is who God created me to be. I can avoid it, even if I try to avoid it, but there was fear. I just needed someone who has been there, who is there to tell me that you will be okay. So when I came back, now I'm coming back, and the person that I'm dating now is like to me, okay, I know you. I was like in my heart, you don't know me. And I was like, who do you think? Or do you think you are some kind of kid you are some kind of woman with the powers, whatsoever, the blah blah blah. So and then he assumed that he knew me, but he didn't, because even myself, as a person, my inner being, I was trying to accept what I had discovered about myself, that this is my identity. I may try to hide it. I may try to close my eyes, pretend that it doesn't exist. And that's my reality. And now I needed for me to accept that. I didn't feel insulted. So this is where I felt, that's when I knew that sometimes people assume that they know you, but they don't. And I looked at him in the eye, and I said, you don't know me. You don't know me. Because if you did know me right now, you will be wanting to listen to where I'm going and where my life is going, where my life is taking me. And I find myself being given an ultimatum. But for me, there was no option. The only option for me is to accept me for who I am. So I share this story with you guys because there are so many people, even our children, we assume that we know them, but we don't. For me, every decision that I make, when it comes to a human being, hear me well, a human being, whether it's a man, I go to him because I cannot say I know you, because I don't. The only God is the one who knows you. He's the only one who knows what your tomorrow. For me, all I know is the basics. But the deep thought, deep, when someone, guys, when we decide to go deep in each other's desires, That's when we discover who our spouses are. But nobody does that. Only those who God guides them. Those who are guided by God are the ones who goes deep in their few. Even pastors, they don't have time to get to know their wives. Some of them don't have time. Those who have time in their fews, they are few. Very, very few. And that's why you find people, whether they are Christian, non-Christian, you find there is divorce. Because we don't have time to get to know one another. Siblings wise, we don't have time to get to know one another. We don't. When it comes to my life, I made a decision a long, long time ago. I don't know, maybe it's because I am guided by God. I don't assume that I know this person. I always seek to ask. When someone is speaking to me, I always want to know, what part does this person, ask myself, what part does this person wants me to play? Because I know, guys, that there is more to a human being than assumption. I know that I am the testimony, and I'm still rediscovering my life each and every single day. When I pray to God and just sitting down and going deep within my life is where I'm discovering that the person that I thought I was, actually there is more to me than I think. Even myself, I thought that's it. This is NOMSA, no more. But I'm rediscovering myself each and every single day. I'm not getting cocky. There's a difference between when you are rediscovering yourself, getting cocky ego. That's not your character when you rediscover yourself. Your character becomes so different. How you walk, how you speak, how you address people. I'm very strict. My spirit is very strict, guys. I don't know. I think I just don't have time for nonsense. Honestly, when I'm dating somebody, is the nonsense that I don't have time for. Why I'm saying I don't have time for nonsense, guys. I cannot fight the gift that God has given me. If God gives me a man, that man becomes a gift to my life. If God gives me children, they become a gift to my life. If God gives me friends, they become a gift to my life. My family, my parents, they're a gift. So I cannot fight what God has given me. All I have to do is to seek to understand the person. If I seek to understand the person, then this person have to understand that NOMSA is not perfect. Because if you are looking for a perfect woman, you are not going to find in me. And at the same time, I know if I'm looking for a perfect man, I'm not going to find this perfect man on earth. I am not. I am going to find a normal human being, but I can't find a perfect person if I say I'm looking for this person, somebody who has to be perfect, who's wrapped up in present, who does not make mistake, that kind of a person doesn't exist. So when I'm arguing with you, I go quiet before I answer you. When I'm going quiet, it means I am immediately thinking what this person expect. What's your expectation from me? Not replying to say, oh, you did this, you did blah, blah, blah. I don't do those kind of nonsense. For me, I apologize. My apologizing is seeking to understand how can I handle the situation better tomorrow. I don't do the nonsense. Hatred is nonsense. Cursing words is nonsense. Disrespecting someone is nonsense. Hating someone, their feelings is nonsense. I don't do those kind of nonsense. I speak the truth, and the truth shall set me free. So know your spouse. Don't say, I know this person, because you don't. You don't. Learn to apologize well. I just put that learn to apologize. A meaningful apology is very, very important. Avoid apologizing such as, I'm sorry you got upset. Instead, I was wrong. When I spoke to you that way, I understand that it hurt you. I am sorry and I want to handle that different next time. A strong apology includes a change of behavior. Forgive without ignoring patterns. Forgiveness can heal relationship, but does not mean pretending harmful behavior never happened. Healthy reconciliation requires honest accountability, repair, change behavior. Repeated disrespectful should not simply be covered with endless apology. Love and wisdom belong together. Do not ignore a bad behavior. Show affection thoughtfully. Affection may include holding hands. It may include kissing your spouse, loving words, playful moments, physical closeness. However, affection should always respect mutual comfort and consent. Ask what kind of affection help her feel connected. Thoughtful affection can maintain warmth in everyday life. Keep romance alive. Romance does not disappear after commitment. Plan meaningful dates. Leave thoughtful notes. Celebrate important memories. Create surprises. Cook together. Take walks. Revisit places that matters to you. Romance is often less about money or more about intentional. These days, our generation, we are all about big holidays, big present. If a man cannot afford a big present, it means they are not good enough. They cannot afford good big holidays, that means they are not good enough. You can create the life that you want, guys. The life that you want. And for like when a man cooks for a woman, it makes a big, big difference. When a man goes to the kitchen, put an apron on, and start cooking, it doesn't matter how big that meal could be, how small that meal could be. Just is that thought. The little things, you see, if you go and visit like this older generation who have been married for 60 years or 70 years, you will see that when you talk to them, is the little things that made a difference in their relationship. Just small things that we overlook. I used to overlook things, even with my children, guys, but when I started cleansing myself, I pay details. I pay attention to my children. I never ever assume that I know my kids because I don't. I can't assume that I know my kids because I don't. Why? Because they grow each and every day. Their growth is between them and God. Each and every day when God grows, when I pray, God lifts them. It changes their character. It changes their want. It builds who they becoming. They're growing. So I cannot say, I know my kids. God, show me who my children are. God, show me who my children are. How I can support them. Bring the best in them. Their original self. That's my prayer. I don't assume and say, I know my children, because I don't. My children surprise me each and every single day. I come home and I'm thinking I have to remind them of doing that. They say, oh, mommy, I've done this, I've done that. And I'm thinking, okay, thank you, Jesus. I've done that. Oh, I've forgotten to do that. And I'll say, have you done that? No, I forgot. Oh, some days I come home, they show me the list. I've done this, I've done this, I've done that. And that can only be God. So I'm raising them, asking assistance from God. So it's really, really important when you enter a relationship with someone, never ever use assumption. Make some inquiries each and every day. Speak to them, how they're feeling, how their day has been, what worked in that day. It's like I have a business. I am the CEO in my company, but not at home, guys. I don't control nothing, not even my children. I don't control anybody. Why? Because a human being is not meant to be controlled. When I'm with my friends, I just want to be my friend. I would be with my friends. I don't want to be in charge of nothing. Is bad enough being in charge. Everyone looking at you when there is a problem at work. So when I'm out of my work, when I'm not at Hope Spring, Gossip Talk shows, I just want to relax. So each and every day, make some inquiries. Pray for your wife. A prayerful husband builds a good foundation for his family. A husband who does not pray brings disaster to the family. If you don't pray, what do you do when there is problems? You've got to have a prayer life. You've got to know how to communicate with God. If you don't know how to communicate with God when children are sick, what do? You go to the doctor and ask the doctor to pump them with the medication all the time? What do you do? When your wife is stressed, what do you do? If you don't have a prayer life, you have to have a prayer life where God can intervene in your situation. A relationship, whether it's a children relationship as a parent, that has God as the center in that relationship, it flows. When you have problems, you know they are not yours to carry. When I have problems, I know they are not mine to carry. What a friend I have in Jesus. What a privilege. He carries my problems. He's my friend. He's my father. I had people saying, Nomsa, you know, when you're praying, when God is quiet, because God can go quiet. If you have not prayed and God goes quiet, he can be quiet, just ignores you. But is no, it feels like he's ignoring you, but is no. He's working on things. So a relationship has to have God at the center, God has to have the center, be the center in your relationship. When problem rises, you go to him. I have had too many problems, guys. I think I would have been dead by now if I didn't have God as the center of my life. Problems that are not created by me, just by people creating problems, assuming that Nomsash is that one, Nomsash is that one, and they do this, they do this, they do this, they do that. And I just said, God, may your hand be upon my life. So you can say, put God as the center of your relationship. Have a prayer for life, for your family. If you are a man has to pray. A man has to open his mouth, pray for his wife, pray for your children. Dr. Olukoya says a closed mouth is a closed destiny. When a man does not know how to pray, it's a disaster. A man has to know how to pray. A man has to know how to go to the court of heaven and plead his case for his family. If you don't know how to plead your case for your family, that means it's casing, arguments, they no talking to each other, the drama queen, the blah, blah, blah. But where there is prayer life, there is no hatred. Learn her inner world. That's number 23. A deeper question occasionally. What's currently worried about? What worries your spouse? What is exciting about her? What is she learning about herself? What dreams is she not pursued yet? How can I support her? What does she need more of life? Long-term life remains alive when curiosity remains alive. Share responsibility fairly. Resentment often grows when one person carries too much of invisible and practical work. Talk openly about household responsibility, parenting, finances, planning, emotional labor, and everyday tasks. Do not rely on assumption about who should do what. Build a partnership that feels fair to both the people. For me, in a relationship, guys, there are things that I know I'm good at. There are things that I know that that one is not for me. I can't be good at everything. It's Jesus who is good at everything. So some things that I need, I ask God. He's good at everything. So I can't be good at everything. But a woman, when a woman has, guys, we have genius in us. When I was going through human blood sacrifice, I looked at my children, what they passed through. And I said to my children, these kids are not smart, they're genius. If they can pass through this and still become who they want to become, that means they're genius. So it's very, very important, guys, to bring the geniusness out of your wife. Do not hold your wife back. Bring the best out of her. Bring the best, the best. It is when a husband is supportive, a woman who develops, she would develop her character, she would develop her mind, she would develop her career, she would develop her parenting skills, she would develop everything as long as she's been supported. And supporting someone, guys, is very, very simple. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. But we complicate things. Celebrate her strength. Recognize her courage, intelligence, her kindness, her creativity, resilience, humor, wisdom, discipline, compassion, or whatever qualities genuinely defines her. Do not reserve praise only for appearance. Feeling admired for character and ability strengthens emotional connection. Be present during difficult seasons. Life includes illness, includes grief, disappointment, family struggles, career changes, financial pressure, and uncertainty. You may not always know what to say. Sometimes the presence itself is strength, is enough. Stay compassionate. Ask what support she needs. Love often reveals its deepest character during adversity. Build a healthy intimacy. Your present matters. It's everything. When someone knows that they're supported, intimacy includes more than physical closeness. It includes emotional openness, trust, affection, friendship, spiritual connection, shared experiences, and honest conversation. Healthy physical intimacy also requires mutual desires, communication, respect, and consent. Connection depends when both the two people feel safe and valued. Avoid trying, number 28, avoid trying to control her. Love is not ownership. Trying to control her, what she wears, her friends, who she talks to, movement, money, beliefs, personal choices can damage trust, autonomy. Healthy relationship involves agreement created through mutual conversation rather than domination. A loving partner respect freedom. Like myself, guys, I have a free spirit. When somebody tries to control me, I cannot build a relationship with that person, whether it's a friend or a family member. I can't. I like my free spirit. I just like to be me. I don't like to pretend to be something that I'm not. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So when I'm with someone, I just like that person to get to know the me that makes me Nomsa. I don't like to pretend. It makes me uncomfortable when I'm pretending. When I'm dating somebody where I have to pretend to be something that I'm not, it makes me very uncomfortable. Normally, people always misunderstands my character. My character, I'm a very playful person. The reason why I have that character is because that's how I was raised by my dad, my parents. My parents are very loving and very welcoming and very playfully. Like I could talk to my dad. I wouldn't fear anything. I could talk to my mom. Even now, when I go home, I cuddle my mom. I can walk with my mom like holding hands because she's my mom. I don't get to see her very often, so I don't see why I shouldn't hold it. I'm just that person. So I don't do the grumpiness, the whatever. I just feel like mm-mm. I just like someone who truly share their world openly. But sometimes when I meet guys, they always think I'm naughty, but I'm not. That's who I am. I met this guy once on a date, and when he called me for just to check on me. I was actually walking. I'd found this woman, this elder woman, and she was looking somewhere to go somewhere. So I decided instead of directing her, she's gonna get lost. The poor woman, let me take her. And this guy calls, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm just walking this woman in. And he goes, I didn't think that was your character, no. So I thought you were naughty girl. I was like, why would you think that now? And he says, because the way you speak, the way you address you, the way you talk, the way you're so openly, you're so, I was like, that does not mean I'm naughty. That's who I am. And he was like, oh, so I was judging. I said, yes, you were. That's not who I am. I'm not naughty. I'm not a naughty girl. I am just curious about life. When I speak to somebody, because I know my life, I don't need to talk about myself. So when I meet someone, I want to know them. I already know about Nomsa. So I don't need to say, oh, this is what I do, this is the blah, blah, blah. If they want to know about what I do, they will ask questions. See? So for me, I'm only interested about you. You tell me about you because I don't know your world. I know mine. You want to know my world, you will do the same. That's what I do. I don't talk about myself like, oh, this is, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Sometimes I do things and people go like, I didn't think you could do that. I was like, you've never asked. So normally when I meet someone, I just love knowing what makes that person. I just love it. Why? Because I was raised that way. My father's interest was not to say, I know my daughter. I know who she is. No, she knew he knew he didn't know me. He didn't know me. Every 4 a.m. we would get up in the morning, we would talk, me and my dad. What's been working? What's not working? What troubles me? We will, that's how our life was. So I grew up understanding that it's very, very important to get to know someone's life when you are with someone, get to know their world. What makes this person the way they are? What makes them like the things that they like? Just get to know the person. Sometimes people seem to think this girl, she's so naughty. I'm like, I'm not. So when this guy called me now, I'm saying, oh, this is what I'm doing because I didn't think you were that type of girl. I was like, you thought I was the girl that goes out and get dressed and put some fake eyelashes and the blah 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 and just go out, not caring for people. I'm a caring and loving woman. It's like I thought you were a naughty girl. And I was like, thanks. So I share this with you guys that is very, very important to show to learn more about someone's inner world. I thought I knew my inner world. But my inner world is so when I went deep with myself, this is where you begin to understand that we actually take life for granted. The people that come to our lives, we take them for granted. Our children, we take them for granted. The life that God has given us, that's my discovery. I was like, I don't value, I've not been, I'm a loving, caring person, but I've not been valuing the people as I should. I've not been valuing my children as I should. Now I value life. To me, life is important. I don't go around and fighting anything. First, I have to think. There's a reason why this person, I'm cross-pathing with them. As long as I'm cross-pathing with them, I'm going to value them because I might not see them again. Guys, life is a game. Life can throw you with things that you don't expect. I've seen people sometimes, and then a month later, they change, or they are sick, or they've changed. So I don't take anything for granted anymore. I don't. I don't take anybody for granted. Anybody that is in my life, they may not value me, but in my heart, honey, I will value you as long as the Spirit of God shall live, as long as I shall live. I don't want to die and God shuts the door. No, I'll value you. You don't have to know how much I value you, how much I honor you. You don't have to know that. I don't have to express it if I'm not talking to you. Am I cross path with you today? My spirit says, I honor you and thank you for passing through that path with me. Know when to give space. Give someone a space. It's very, very important to let them be spending time, quality time on their own. Closeness is important, but the people need a space. Sometimes she may need quite a personal time, friendship, hobbies, prayer, reflection, or simple rest. Do not automatically interpret healthy independence as rejection. A strong relationship allows both connection and individual. Learn to grow together. Relationship changes because people change. Continue learning together. Continue read together. Travel if possible together. Take classes together. Develop new interest together. Share growth. Prevent the relationship from becoming emotionally stagnant. Talk about the future. That's number 31. Love becomes stronger when partners understand where they are going together. Discuss goals, related family, finances, career, lifestyle, marriage, children, travel, retirement, faith, location, and personal aspiration. Check in with the relationship. Do not wait until something is serious wrong before discussing the relationship. Ask occasionally, what is going well between us? Is there anything you wish we could do different? How can I support you better? Is there something you need from me? Regular check-ins are very, very important. Continue becoming a better partner, spouse. Do not focus only what she needs to change. Ask what you can improve. Perhaps you need greater patience, better listening skills, stronger emotional regulations, more reliability, healthier communications, or greater self-awareness. Number 34, choose loving through daily actions. Love is feeling, but is also repeated decision. Choose kindness when irritated. Choose honesty when avoidance feels easier. Choose patience when misunderstandings occurs. Number 35, rebuild a love where both people flourish. The deepest goal is not simple to keep a relationship together. Is to create a relationship where both people can become wiser, freer, stronger, and more loving. Ask yourself, is our relationship, both of us becoming better version of ourselves? Lasting love is not about one person disappearing into one person's needs. It's about people being close together. Listen to your spouse, learn from her, encourage her, and grow besides her. Growing together, it means you grow with your spouse. There's one thing that I don't do, guys. When I'm growing, I don't look down on the other person. I never ever look down on people. Why I don't look down on people? I've learned a lesson about myself. I thought that was Nomsa done, and God surprised me. And even today, every single day, He keeps surprising me of who I am. So I will never ever look down on any human being. A human being is capable of being genius. It's only them that needs to have a choice, that has a choice to make the reality, their lives becomes a reality. If you are watching, guys, that's what I leave you with. Life is a choice. When you are dating somebody, don't do the nonsense. Imagine the decision that you make. I am, okay, I want to find true love. Imagine you find that special person and now you don't care about them. That's nonsense. To me, it's nonsense. If I say I'm going to find love, I am going to find love. And I am going to cherish that person because they're a gift to me. If you're watching Gossip Talk shows on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook, Twitter, please do follow us, subscribe on our YouTube channel, follow us on our other social media handles, be part of the family. May God bless you. May you share this message. If it resonates with you, share it with your loved ones, your friends. I, Nomsa, don't take you for granted. If you watch my talk show, whether you are a one-person audience or two, I don't take you for granted. I appreciate you. I honor you. May God bless you. May He give you, may the desires for your family that you have for your family, may He give you an undeserving miracle just for supporting Nomsa. God give them undeserving miracle. May God bless you. See you tomorrow. Live with grace.